A median U-turn intersection, MUT, is an at-grade intersection where direct left turn movements are replaced with indirect left turns across a wide median. This provides a much safer and more efficient flow of traffic. Dedicated right turn lanes on the main road also improve safety and mobility. In our example, we used two trucks, one for the 4-lane main highway and the other for the 2-lane crossroad. Each has a front plow and a right wing plow. The through lanes are 12 feet wide on both the highway and the crossroad. The highway has a 4-foot wide left shoulder and 8-foot wide right shoulders. The crossroad has 4-foot wide shoulders on both sides. The U-turn ramps are 16 feet wide with 4-foot wide left shoulders and 8-foot wide right shoulders.
In this example, Truck 1 begins pass 1-1 at point A on the western terminus in the right outside through lane. It proceeds eastbound using the front plow angled to the right and wing plow extended to point B on the eastern terminus. Turning around, the truck continues past 1-1, now westbound in the right outer through lane. It proceeds through the intersection, still in the right lane. When it reaches point A, it again turns around, moves to the right, and proceeds eastbound. At point A1, it begins pass 1-2, clearing the dedicated eastbound right turn lane. At the intersection, it shifts left into the eastbound through lane. It proceeds to point B, turns around, moves to the right, and continues past 1-2 at point B1 in the westbound right turn lane. When it reaches the intersection, it returns to the westbound through lane. When the truck reaches point A, it turns and begins pass 1-3 in the eastbound left inside through lane using front plow only angled to the left. It continues through the intersection and proceeds to point B. It turns around and resumes pass 1-3, now in the westbound left through lane. At point A, the truck turns around and proceeds eastbound in the left lane through the intersection. At point E1, it begins pass 1-4, shifting slightly left to clear the gore at the entrance to the U-turn ramp. When the gore ends, the truck cleans the left shoulder with the front plow angled left. At point B, the truck turns around and now proceeds westbound in the left lane through the intersection. Reaching point E3, it resumes pass 1-4 by shifting slightly left and clearing the gore area at the entrance to the U-turn ramp, then continues west, clearing the left shoulder. Returning to point A, the truck turns again and proceeds back to point E1 to begin pass 1-5. Still using only the front plow angled left, the truck enters the U-turn ramp and stays to the right as the ramp curves. At point E2, it merges with westbound traffic, continues through the intersection. At point E3, it enters the westbound U-turn ramp and stays to the right on pass 1-5 as the ramp curves. At point E4, it merges with eastbound traffic, proceeds back to point E1. It re-enters the U-turn ramp and begins pass 1-6, but now stays to the left using left-angled front plow only. At point E2, it merges with westbound traffic and proceeds to point E3. It enters the U-turn ramp. Continuing past 1-6, the truck stays to the left on the inside of the curve and merges with eastbound traffic at point E4. Please note that depending on the location and where the snow is pushed, pass 1-2 for the eastbound and westbound exclusive right turn lanes could be cleared after all the through lanes and the U-turn lanes, passes 1-5 and 1-6, are completed. Truck 2 begins pass 2-1 at point C, the southern terminus, proceeding northbound with the front plow angled to the right and the right wing extended. At point C1, it stops at the intersection. When the eastbound traffic clears, it proceeds across to point C2 on the far side of the median break. After traffic clears, it continues past 2-1 to point D at the northern terminus. After turning around, the truck begins past 2-2 in the southbound lane. It stops at point D1, and when westbound traffic clears, proceeds across the median break to point D2. When eastbound traffic is clear, truck 2 proceeds across the intersection and resumes past 2-2 to completion at point C.